If you are doing care job in the UK or abroad, this video is for you. If you intend to do care job, this video is for you. If you know anyone that does care job in the UK, share this video with them. Please, as a care worker or as a carer or as a support worker, join a union. Don't be doing care job and you are not in a union. There are a lot of unions that can support you. I will list them in the caption. Do well to join these unions because they will support you by the time you enter trouble or you make a mistake or someone wants to put you in trouble. Please, don't be handling these matters by yourself. A lot of carers in the UK have entered trouble because they are not in union. You do not go into any disciplinary meetings without a union representative. Please ensure to share this video to them. It is very important. Thank you.
My name is Asitonka Agri Abba and channel is called Asi Darling because I'm such a darling. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Trigger Asi Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below. Let me know, gang. Now, at this point, I don't think, is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised that Elizabeth's triplets are acting up? I feel like every night before they sleep, the UK, Canada and Australia, they get into a group Zoom call or something. Occasionally, they allow New Zealand, but they don't give them any information, just occasionally, because New Zealand has been away from this madness. Anyways, let's get right into it, and that is the latest coming out from the UK. UK ban on foreign care workers bringing family comes in full force. Now, the UK had warned last year that they were going to crack down on temporary residents because, like Canada, they were surprised that they asked for people and people came. They were surprised. I mean, they thought these people would send their money and not come. They thought these people would be willing to just come and walk their life away without bringing their family. They thought these people were going to be okay leaving their family and just coming to slave away in these countries. But they were surprised that these people had 1, 2, 3, 4, some cases 5 kids. They had husbands to bring. They had this, like, we want you but not your baggage. We want your money but not every other thing. So right now, it is getting tighter and tighter to enter any of these countries as a temporary resident and sometimes even as a worker, because you can see that care workers are being banned. Okay, these people have jobs. There's a way they can feed their family, but still the UK is saying no. And understand that this is not doctors and nurses. It's basically care workers for now. Okay. Anyways, let's get right into the gist. It says the UK Home Office has implemented new visa rules that restrict overseas care workers, including Indians, from bringing dependent family members to the UK. First of all, I don't understand what they mean, including Indians, because overseas, India no follow for overseas. Like, I don't get it. I know that their mayor is Indian and their prime minister is Indian. But when I head overseas, nothing made me feel like India was exempt. Am I lost? Guys, let me know your thoughts. Anyways, continuing. They said this decision, effective this week, aims to address what the Home Office has described as a disproportionate situation where 120 dependents accompanied 100,000 workers on care visa routes last year. Understand that care workers might have husband and 1 child. On very few occasions, only husband. So it is, for me, I just feel like maybe to every care worker, there's like ratio of 1:2, I guess. And that is not counting the single care workers, because there are also care workers that are single and there are also care workers that have 5 kids. So this is, yeah, if you're going to open the route, don't be surprised. Anyway, so the Home Secretary, James Cleverly, defended the move, emphasizing the need to combat visa abuse and reduce unsustainable level of legal migration. Understand that these people are not illegal immigrants. They came legally. The system opened the pathway for care workers to bring in their families, and the system is acting surprised that these people have families. Like, they actually went ahead to, get married and have kids. Even though I want you, why do you have kids? Like, why are you married? Why are you bringing them? Although I said you can bring them. Like, guys, make it make sense, Anyway, so he said he acknowledged the invaluable contribution of care workers to the society, but stressed that the government's commitment to tackling abuse and manipulation of the immigration system. Now, understand, when people use abuse and manipulation, I get it. It just reminds me of that Nigerian guy's interview that was blown out of proportion. That's because he talks a lot, and the way he presented it showed the loopholes that they themselves know that they created, and they have refused to admit it. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts. So there's also a write-up there on the, please, this entire write-up, I think is from the Economic Times. You can read it up. So there's also a post about the visas fees hike, which a lot of people have been, lamenting about. They've increased the fees and all of that. The continuation says these rules provide a more ethical and sustainable approach. The Minister of Social Care, Helen Watley, said, asserting that international care workers play a crucial role, but emphasizing the necessity of a long-term domestic solution to social care needs. The reforms include the establishment of a national career path for care workers and a new care qualification to boost the homegrown workforce. Now, there's also a journal there about how UK curbs on international students and foreign workers may backfire. That's what somebody is saying. Because the truth is, as much as the government is doing it and citizens are pushing them because election is coming, there are people that are beginning to realize that this will cause, it will backfire. Because the problem is still there, reducing the solution because you did not prepare enough to cater for the excesses that this solution will bring. I'm solving it, but then I have things that I'm going to be bringing in my family, my kids, I'm going to put stress on the housing market, on this, on that. You should have made these arrangements before you have a problem that requires overseas solution. It's just simple maths. I don't get how we were colonized by people that simple maths, this is the problem, this is how you solve it. I don't get it. Anyways, let's continue reading. So the government contends that the changes are vital to prevent the exploitation of the care workers who have been offered visas under false pretenses, often for non-existent jobs or wages below minimum required. Now, in this case, this is a valid fight. There are many people that are forming that they have, I've forgotten the name they call it, but basically like a solid job, and people are selling houses to buy these certificates that when they come into UK, they find out there's no job. They just tell them, okay, I've given you away, you're now here, go and hustle for yourself. And these people are left stranded. So this particular part, according to the minister, he's saying that he's also trying to stop this. And then for some people that are brought here with those kind of close-ended visas, as we'll call it in Canada, if you come on a strict work visa or a strict work permit, you have to work in a certain company, and that company sometimes will pay you below minimum wage. You get, and these workers are exploited. So it's also a good fight if that's the angle he's coming from. Okay, so it continues by saying the measures include raising the salary threshold for skilled workers and removing the 20% going rate discount for migrant workers in shortage occupations. As part of the broader package, the Home Office estimates that 300,000 individuals eligible to come to the UK last year will no longer be able to do so. So 300,000 eligible to have arrived as at 2023, they are no longer going to be able to do so. At this point, I feel like governments all around the world should be ashamed, first of all, because if things were working that fine, I don't think we'll be having these massive numbers leaving. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts, okay? So it says, additionally, a review of the graduate route for international students has been commissioned to ensure its effectiveness, with Indian nationals representing the largest group benefiting from this visa. Understand that India is currently the largest country, the most populous country in the world. They've overtaken China. And when it comes to this kind of visa issues, both Australia, UK, Canada, wherever, you know that Indians will be at the forefront because they have the numbers. Okay, so in terms of manipulating whether English exam or this exam or that exam, we have more of the issues coming from that angle. I think that is why they are mentioning it here. Okay, so the review follows recent changes to the student visa, which ended the ability of most postgraduate students to bring dependents to the UK starting April 4th. The minimum salary for those arriving on skilled worker visa will increase significantly, impacting the financial requirements for family visas as well. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So basically, the UK is finding ways to reduce their temporary residence. The funny thing about them is that they are not admitting the actual truth. Everything he said here is fine and good, and oh my God, we are doing it for your good so that you're not exploited. We are doing it for your good. We increase your salary when you finally come. Although we don't want 300,000 of you to come, that of course you were eligible, but now we no longer want you. But just know that it's also for your good and all of that. It's because there's crisis, man. There's crisis. They do not have enough homes. Now I do not understand one thing, especially even as someone that lives in Canada. And then when they say, oh, there are no homes, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean there are no homes? You have money and there are no homes. See, if you want to build in 6 months, especially in this country, it frustrates the hell out of me already. Thank God winter is almost done and we are officially in spring. I bet you there are many constructions that are supposed to finish. They will not finish till the next winter. They will push only one wheelbarrow. Like, the laziness that is just, I don't get it. If you truly want to make housing a priority, you will as a thing of necessity, as many workers that you need to import, you will get them and they will finish scores. Canada is so big. Our houses are so small, you would think that we are running out of land. The UK is tiny. If they have tiny houses and tiny cars, I will understand. But Canada is too big for the tiny houses we're having. Oh no, it's because of code. It's not. I don't need to be this close to my neighbor and be paying 2 point something million. Why am I seeing your fence? I don't get it. Why am I seeing you? But Texas, which is on the other side, on the south, we're having $350,000 houses on half an acre. Like, I don't get, sometimes I feel like the solution to these problems that this first world country call problems are so basic that you would think that you're running mad. You want money, you have like the elderly population in this country and in the UK, very high. And you know why they're getting care workers, caregivers, and the rest of them? It's because these were the same people that funded the economy. They paid taxes when they were younger. They worked hard when they were younger. Whatever the government know that they did with their tax and their money is on the government. You should have made provisions before they got to this age of retirement. You should have made enough provision for houses, because you will not have enough people that are citizens that want to do care work, and you know you want to bring caregivers. What is wrong with flats? These flats would have come up so fast. Lots and lots of low income or low budget flats can come up. 2-bedroom flats, they can build 2,000. And you know what's even more frustrating in Canada is how you see how housing is a problem. They make the landlords look like bad people. It's so shocking for me, because somebody buys a house and puts it on rent and you're angry that he's using your rent to pay his mortgage. I don't understand. That is business. If you don't want, don't live there. You see that they make the landlords like, oh, you're greedy. You're a landlord. How dare you own a condo and rent it out? That is business. They are solving a problem the government refused to solve. And then the government is pitching the landlord, standing near the tenants and also pitching the landlords as the bad guys. You're not giving them rebate on land to solve a problem you have refused to solve. Because if I'm an organization, I want to build like condos and you want me to have rent control. Inflation is on. You actually, guys, let's talk real talk. Inflation is on. You want me to have rent control. I do not even know if by the time I want to commission this building, if the cost I used to build it, I can justify that rent price you want me to put on each unit. Just look at the economy. Most people are not going to agree to that. Because one, even as the government, you did not even think that the first point of call is to give these developers a rebate. Give them rebate on land, and then you can tell them rent control. If they are paying for land, they are paying for everything, there's no rebate of any kind. Oh, Seneca or whatever schools, I've said it, your solution, the solution to the problem in this country is so simple. You have all the schools in Ontario. What are people doing here? You give Seneca 5 acres somewhere in Alberta. They will go and open their reputable school. Tell them for the first 5 years, you're not paying any tax. Better finish your building in 2 years. The next 3 years, everything you make is on you. You start paying tax from the 5th year. Tell me how fast those properties will erect in that place so fast. All the businesses will go there because when students are there, houses will need to come, developers will come, warehouses will come because there's cheap labor coming. I mean, different things will prop up. That's how you develop a place, and that's how you move all the energy from the Ontario space. But everybody's forming not knowing. Ontario is behaving like Lagos. Back then when we're in Nigeria, Ontario is like Lagos. They want to collect everything when they know they don't have space. You want to pack all the schools. You want all the companies to be here. And then you will still complain that there's traffic. We want to reduce the Gardner from 3 lanes to 2 lanes so that people will not come. Like, how does it make sense? The road is not enough. Instead of adding more lane, you are reducing it so that when people stay in traffic for 2 hours, the next day they will not drive there. They will use bus instead. Like, you're solving a problem with a bigger problem so that they will understand how blessed they are to have a problem in the first place. See, sometimes I stay here, I'm like, how did these people colonize us? Bruh, what is going on? Anyway, guys, if not for bad governments, if not for whatever it is that is taking us from our country, howbeit the number of years we have decided to stay away from home, why would people even be moving to these places, you know? My thoughts and prayers are to people that, you know, their visa processes and whatever has been put on hold concerning this whole care part. A lot of people have started looking at other places because Elizabeth's children are just stripping at this point. Somebody said it's Chelsea's children at this point. Even though Elizabeth has died, those are her coveted triplets. So Charlie boy is not feeling fine. Thoughts and prayers to him. I was also going to react on the royal family thing, and because I'm a black person, I have my different thoughts. It makes me laugh when I talk about those things. I feel like I may or may not, but if I have the strength, I'll do it on my other channel, Acid Darling. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That's basically it. So as we get developing news concerning any other restriction or any other change that occurs in the UK visa routes as it affects immigrant students and workers, you know, legit workers, I will let you guys know. Thank you so much for watching as usual. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.